Hi guys, how you all doing? Hope you're doing well. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about my favorite foundations, my go-to foundations for oily skin. I do have combination oily skin, and so finding that perfect foundation that's not going to make me look greasy all day is important. You guys can also leave your recommendations down below if I haven't covered them, and what you think as well if you've got oily skin. I've got a mixture of high-end and drugstore foundations. So the first one I'm going to talk about is my holy grail foundation, and it is my Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation, and I am in the shade 6W1 Sandalwood. This is my perfect shade. If you want to talk MAC, I'm typically like that NW45 range in MAC. I could be out the whole day with this and my oils are in place. I wouldn't say that with any of these foundations I don't get oil at all throughout the day, because I do. However, I'm not a greasy ball, and this one is definitely one of those that keeps me matte, you know, for as long as possible. Where it says stay in place makeup, this truly is a stay in place makeup. It retails around the £29 mark, I think, so it's not a cheap foundation, but it's not like a ridiculously priced one either, so I think it works well. Don't be fooled by the bottle, because this, even though it looks small, this bottle can last a long time. You don't need a lot of this, and I find actually the best application for this foundation is to use a dampened sponge. I have been using the brush for so long, but I do find sometimes the brush makes it a bit streaky on application, so recently I've been using the sponge, and that's what I'm using today, and it just goes on really well. And actually I feel like I don't need as much as well with the sponge, so yeah, I would recommend this. The next foundation I'm going to talk about is one from MAC, and it is this one, and it's my Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. I use this one on a daily basis, and this is actually nearly finished. I think I've got like 2 uses left in this. In my opinion, it's very lightweight, and that's why I could use it on a daily basis, whereas Double Wear can be a bit more heavier, and I tend to use Double Wear more if I know I'm going out somewhere and I want more of that like flawless look. Whereas this one, I can use it and it can appear more like skin on me. This one is more medium to full coverage, but it's lightweight and it's waterproof. I don't know what that means personally, because I haven't like doused myself in water trying this out, but it does last all day. And in terms of my oils, it does keep my oils at minimum. You know, I do still get oily, but I can wear this the whole day and it still looks like I've just put it on. I've already got a backup of it. Definitely recommend it, and this retails around the 20 something pound mark as well. I can't remember how much exactly. Another MAC product that I really love has been this, and I've actually finished this now, or I've got like 1 pump left. It's the MAC Pro Longwear foundation. It just stays on all day. Now the only thing about this is that I'm in NW45, and I find that this runs, and actually this one as well, from both the MAC foundations, they do run a little orange. So that's the only thing with MAC in terms of matching. I didn't find it too heavy. I know some people have issues with MAC, like it breaks them out or they find it too heavy for them, but personally I didn't, and I used to wear this, well, it's now finished, but I used to wear this so often. Like I'd say I used to wear this, I think I wore this like every day for a very long time. It does mattify your face, and it just keeps my oils just stayed away for a very long time. Again, it doesn't keep your oils away completely, it kept them in place for a long time, and I wasn't a greasy ball. I'll quickly talk about some drugstore products. So this is the Revlon Color Stay Foundation, and it's the one for combination oily skin, obviously, because that's what we're talking about. When I first started like really getting into makeup, this was one of my foundations that I loved. I would use this foundation every day. To me, this works really just like my Estee Lauder, or it works quite similar to my MAC Pro Longwear. It is quite a heavy foundation, I find now, and I don't know how I was wearing this every day personally. I live in the UK, and in the UK, this particular foundation, I haven't seen it in stores in terms of a deeper shade than the, I think, caramel shade. I have to get this online, and I'll link down all the drugstore products that I get online. I'll link the links from Amazon for you, so you can check it out for yourself. So this is Mahogany, which I got online, and it's too dark for me, because what I find with this is that it oxidizes quite a lot, so I have to mix this with the caramel shade that I can get in store. Revlon Color Stay is definitely like heavy duty coverage and heavy duty in terms of keeping you in place. 2 more drugstore foundations I'm going to talk about are 2 foundations which they have now been released in the UK. However, for deeper skin tones, unfortunately, as the case always is in the UK market, for some reason they haven't brought it out in our skin tones yet, or I don't know if they will, to be honest. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. See how I said the Colour Stay one was too heavy? This one is basically similar to my Pro Longwear and Estee Lauder, but a lighter version and cheaper, and I can use this every day and I don't find it to be too heavy. On my Instagram a few months ago, I did post that you could get these online. This is the shade Cocoa and it is running quite expensive now. When I first got it, it wasn't expensive at all. It was like £10 and I got mine from Amazon. But I think because lots of people have like clicked on to the fact that you can actually get deeper shades on Amazon now, they've increased the prices, which is ridiculous. I will link them and I'll try and find the cheaper price for you, but they are a bit expensive in the deeper shades, which is so ridiculous, guys. For me, Cocoa is the one I have, and I also have, I can't remember, a lighter shade as well, but I tend to mix the two together. If you can get your shade, definitely try it out because it is really good for oily skin. Like, your oils would just stay in place. This is supposed to be 24 hours. Haven't tested it out for 24 hours, but I have used it for a long time, and yeah, I always go back to this. It's the Matte and Poreless Fit Me Foundation for Maybelline, and they recently released this in the UK. However, again, they didn't release any shades from what I can see for deeper skin tones. But guys, as you can tell, this really annoys me that they do this in the UK markets, and it's just terrible. Let me not get into it too much, but I did get mine online because before they released this in stores in the UK, you could actually purchase this from Maybelline on Amazon, and they have the full range on Amazon. And I did again mention this to you guys before in another video, and I mentioned it on Instagram as well. And I do try to keep you updated on Instagram about UK releases. So if you want to follow me, then make sure you follow me on Instagram because that's where you kind of get the news first, if that makes sense. This is the shade Coconut. Now this one isn't as heavy duty as the others I've previously been talking about. This one is more, I'd say it's more like a demi matte. Like, I don't find this to be too matte, as in like it just makes you look flat matte. It gives you more like a skin kind of matte finish. So high-end foundation that I want to talk about quickly is this one. This is my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, and yes, I said luminous, and I'm talking about oily skin. For some reason, this works on my skin, and I've heard a lot of people with oily skin saying that it does work for them. I'd say this gives you like a silky finish, like a demi, not even a matte finish, but like a kind of like a demi matte silky finish to it. And it's not luminous in the sense that it's going to give you oil, like it just looks like you're a grease ball. It's luminous in the sense that it just makes your skin look like skin, and that's what I really love. And the fact that it can do that and not make you look oily, I love this. And it lasts all day, guys, on your skin, and it's very lightweight. It's so easy to wear. However, the problem with this is that it's very expensive. An alternative to that could be this, which is the L'Oreal True Match Foundation. It kind of gives you that kind of luminous finish as well, but it doesn't make you look oily or greasy. And it has like these, I don't know, it has like these golden shimmers in it, which kind of helps with that luminous finish. And I do like this, and I can wear this all day. Now, this one doesn't hold my oils as great as the others I've talked about, but it's still a great foundation for making your skin look like skin. And also it's a true match, so it just blends in really well into my skin, and it's very comfortable to wear, very lightweight to wear, and again, won't look oily or greasy with this for a long time. Your oils will come through, but you know, you'll have to do some touch-ups with this one. But again, it's more like the Giorgio Armani in terms of that luminous kind of finish to it. Lancome Teint Idole Ultra 24-Hour Foundation. Guys, a couple of years ago, this was my ultimate high-end foundation. I think this was the only high-end foundation I had for a long time, and I've used like 2 or 3 bottles of this. Now, for some reason, more recently, like in the past year or so, I find that this one doesn't hold my oils as well as it used to, but it's still a really good foundation. It's more like that lightweight kind of natural matte kind of finish, and it's supposed to be 24 hours, where I don't know, when I wore it, I never wore it for 24 hours, but it did last a long time. And again, it's not, for me now, it doesn't like suck in my oils and make me look flat. It gives me kind of that dimension. It gives me a skin-like finish. It's not as heavy duty as maybe my Estee Lauder. The Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation. Now guys, this is a very expensive foundation. However, it works so well. This foundation is the most, in terms of coverage, it keeps my oils in place. Like, it's not, again, I don't think it works as, I I don't think it works as well as my Estee Lauder and Pro Longwear foundation in terms of keeping my oils in place. You only need a tiny amount of this, like literally like 2 dots on your face of this foundation, and use a beauty blender to blend it in, and it looks so nice. Your oils are kept in place for a very long time. I don't find I get greasy with this. I do need to touch up maybe once towards the end of the day, but yeah, I love this. But be warned that you do not use a lot of this. Like, you only use a tiny amount, like on the dropper, just like 1-2 dots for, you know, if you want to be a bit more heavy coverage. It is very expensive, so just be aware of that. I can't remember how much it is. I'll try and link the prices down below for you as well, and all of these foundations, I'll link them below for you. But in this one, I am in the shade Cocoa Medium, and I completely forgot to tell you what shade I was in the others. In Lancome, I am in the shade number 13, and this is actually like perfect match for me. Hopefully you found that to be useful. If you like me doing these kind of quick videos on like these shorter topics, then let me know and I will do more of them for you. If you have any foundation recommendations for oily or dry skin, then let us know below as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video very soon. Take care. Bye. Ciao. You look at and you might think, oh, you know, it's cheap. And it is, you know, we're not gonna lie, it is a cheap brand, it's a cheaper brand.